Greetings, YouTube. I have a policy when it comes to making a video, and that's that I'm going to wait, and then if people start asking me the same question, that tells me that there is generally a intrigue or an interest or a important position that needs to be taken within the community, or at least a sub part of that community that I can address. And so this week I've received several questions about a specific path in the final chapter of Uncollected. Now, if you hate fighting Darkhawk, and Darkhawk certainly can be tricky. The first time I fought him and produced that video the first day he came out, I actually was really lucky, and I didn't realize how lucky I was in fighting him until a few more times when I fought him, I could not for the life of me get him to bait his special 2 at the beginning. And those of you who have fought this fight, you know that until you bait that initial special 2, his attacks are unblockable. So basically, if you're not able to bait the special 2 and you keep getting backed up, hoping that you bait the special 2, eventually you will be in a corner, and if you make one mistake with dexterity, he's unblockable and you're dead for a combo without ever having a chance of countering. And that did happen to me a couple of times. I would still say the majority of times I was able to bait the special 2 pretty fast, but there have been some people who've messaged me and said, Prof, I've wasted like 10 revives, even on master mode, where I just can't get him to bait his special 2. So I empathize with you. I certainly wasn't even aware of how lucky I was the first time I fought him and put that video on YouTube. So that is not what I want to focus on today, because what I focus on today is what I consider to be the biggest cash grab of this month's event, because it involves a node that we had been told previously was phased out of the game. It used to be a very common node in Alliance War back in the day, way before Seasons, but it's been removed, and that is the node of Thorns, except that node came back in a really sketchy, money-making, shady path of Uncollected, and I'm going to answer some questions regarding what I did. Now I do want to point out that I still used 3 revives. They were level 1 revives, mainly for the Iceman on this path, because my main 2 counters of Quake and Black Widow together still took crazy bad cold snap damage, and my best Quake in terms of signature level is my 4-star Quake, and my best 4-star, of course, for Black Widow, because I wasn't able to pull a 5-star or awaken a 5-star, even go for that in the featured Grandmaster crystals with Black Widow when she briefly appeared in those 5-star featured Grandmasters, is a 4-star. So I just wanted to show you the difference between Black Widow and Quake on this path versus even someone like a Blade, so you can see why they are so effective against Thorns, and hopefully that will help you if you're struggling with this path and haven't completed it yet. So if you go to this path, this is normally my team. I love this team. I am so happy to finally have these champs at rank 4 and above. The 565 Stark Spidey, Blade, and Hyperion are incredible. I love the synergies with Hyperion and Iceman, obviously the Holy Trinity synergies as well. But for this, just this, in preparation, I actually took out a couple key members because I was so worried about the Thorns, even with Blade. So what I did was actually scroll down and I replaced Quake with Iceman. And I also, and this does not make me very proud because it was so tough to do, but I scrolled down, and when I got all the way to my Black Widow, I replaced Black Widow with Ghost Rider. Now you'll notice when I did this that there was a synergy with Black Widow and Quake. It's Quake and Black Widow gain plus 15% ability accuracy, duration, and potency. Now my Black Widow and Quake, both again as 4-stars, are already Sig 99. And so plus 15% accuracy is going to really help Quake, and most importantly, it's really going to help Black Widow, who even at Sig 99 after being nerfed slightly with patch 12.0, still reduced her ability to trigger by about 70%, you're 0.01% off. So when you go from 70% to the Quake synergy, which adds, again, the 15% or the 85%, you go from 70 to 85, and that is extremely significant when it comes to fighting Thorns. So I just want to show you real quick, I kept my Blade in here just to show you what kind of damage that I take in this first fight against Gladiator Hulk. And even though I have the class advantage with Blade, when I try to fight Gladiator Hulk, that Thorns still wrecks me. And I'm very thankful to have an Awakened Blade, because at least I can get some of that damage back from his Awakened ability. But every time I hit, you can see me losing 825 to 835, 840, 846, 866. It's just taken me down. All of this back as direct damage. So I am going to get Gladiator Hulk down about halfway, and then I am going to quit the fight. And so I got him down. Let's just say I got KO'd, right? Let's just say I didn't fight that particularly well. Now we're going to break in Black Widow, who also does have, of course, the class advantage, and we are going to see a huge difference, if you will, in that damage. Check this out. She is taking no damage whatsoever from Thorns. Now, yes, it's a 4-star and not a 5-star, but I am not losing any health whatsoever. I'm still at 96%. That plus 15% ability accuracy is amazing, and when I use that special 2, knocked out. How cool is that? So for those of you who annoyingly, and man, this grinds my gears, when people go, Prof, I don't even know why you're spending time talking about 4-stars. They're so outdated. All right, first of all, douchebag. Not everyone has a crazy great 5-star and 6-star roster that you can just pull 565 champs right and left. Again, I try to be the voice of the MCOC middle class when in doubt, and there are so many people out there who don't have even a rank 4 or 5-star right now and who mostly just use still rank 4 and rank 5 5-stars. I can't tell you how many people have asked me, Prof, can you give me some Uncollected tips? I'm trying to become Uncollected, and they'll send me rosters where they don't have a single rank 5 4-star. It's all 440s and below. So that's the average picture. It's not, hey, I'm just so tired of my 565 blade. I wish I could rank up someone better. Yeah, shut up. So this is really, really exciting news for people who are still just having 4-stars. And even though I've done videos with my boo Quake, I did want to take the opportunity to remind you that Quake is also a fantastic option. I just want to point out that this Iceman, straight BS, because as a awakened 6-star on this node, the cold snap damage, let me just show you why I hate this so much. So I'm going to run out of energy here, and just for the sake of argument, let's use an energy refill. Why not? Because this is where you need an Iron Man Infinity War or a Corvus Glaive to take on Iceman. And even then, that's why I used Revives, because you're still going to have that Thorns damage. But, you know, for Black Widow, for example, yes, I don't have the class bonus. But because this is a 4-star, and because Kabam probably knows that you're going to be fighting with a 4-star for the rest of the pass, look at how my health is just completely evaporating with the cold snap. Literally, before I have a chance to even combo, I'm under 20% health. And I am dead. I did not take a hit in that fight. Notice, hits received 0. And yet, I was automatically dead, not because of Thorns, but because of Cold Snap. Which is why, kabam, this path was crazy shady this month. And I am just dying at the idea of this. So, we are going to quit out of this, and I'm going to show you one more fight. This is in real time. I'm not doing 1 or 2 or 3 takes in a row. I really think that I like to challenge myself when I record videos of using my skills, or sometimes lack thereof, in real time without a bunch of edits, and most importantly, it's like the equivalent of going to a casino and only filming the wins, and then if you lose hundreds of dollars, just never showing people what the realistic take is on fights. At least that's how I feel. So let me show you. I showed you Black Widow. Real quick, let me just show you Quake. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get wrecked or not, but this is the strategy that I use between these two to get through this path. So as usual, I'm going to go back and charge the heavy, and I'm going to parry, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to charge the heavy. And Gladiator Hulk's pretty easy to fight because his animations are pretty slow. So with this parry, now notice I don't take any Thorns damage when I release the heavy. So as long as I haven't built up his power for special 1, I can continue to do this all day long. Now I got hit, which, to be honest, is something I didn't actually worry about. You know, when you're not on camera trying to talk, it's just easier. It's easier to fight. There's something that's better. And we got aftershock damage, but you're seeing that the main damage I took was from being countered by Gladiator Hulk. It was not the Thorns at all. So, look at that. We've built up 17 shock charges, 28, 25. Keep in mind, this is just a 4-star. And I'm successfully parrying again. At least I'm able to show you I still have some skill in this game. And we got that 2458 tick. I still haven't lost really any health since that counter. And thank God I've got the resist up. For those of you who think it's a waste of time to put stand your ground mastery in, not for me because I make mistakes. And we are still charging that heavy. He looks a little confused. And parrying perfectly. We've got 17 charges, and see you later. So, Black Widow and Quake, together with their awesome plus 15% potency, along with being maxed out if you've got Sig 99, are the way to go with everyone on the Thorns path, but, and I say this big time, but Iceman. You want to take in somebody different and be prepared to use some revives, because that path is some straight BS. But besides that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that this helps everybody who's asked me what I used to counter most of the Thorns nodes on this path. Just be prepared to use some revives, and hopefully once you make it to Darkhawk, you get to bait that special 2 pretty fast. Otherwise, that will be a tough fight as well. So good luck with the rest of the Uncollected, as we have several weeks to go before this monthly event ends. And most of all, just prepare yourself for Thorns, because if you aren't prepared, it will wreck you so fast, and you'll be asking yourself, why am I dying so fast? Well, just check out that Prof Hoff video. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe not. I don't know. It's not like he's a professor or something. Oh, what an awkward way to end a video. Thanks for watching, YouTube.